There's a new side hustle for locals to cash in on, renting out your car.
As Action News Jax Field Model investigates, it's filling a demand at a time when rental cars are scarce and more expensive.
So basically, Turo is like the Airbnb of cars.
Alvin McKay says he runs the biggest car-sharing business in Jacksonville. He rents his cars on Turo, a peer-to-peer car-sharing company. It all started a few years ago.
I was working from home at that time, and I was like, this car is just sitting in my driveway. Let me try sharing this to the public.
Now, McKay has over 50 cars for rent on this lot in North Jacksonville. His Central rents for $59 a day. A similar car for rent at the airport is $30 to $40 more. Renters do it all from their phone.
Very easy to rent on Turo as long as you got a good driving record and a good insurance score. Most people get approved.
McKay has a few economy cars, but he specializes in luxury and muscle cars. Corvettes, Maseratis, BMWs, Porsches, Chargers, and Challengers. Brad Pellant rents 5 to 6 cars a year, mainly for the experience.
I'm a car person, and to rent a car for a day or an anniversary or just for the day, go to St. Augustine, and that's what I do.
But we also saw several people renting cars because they needed transportation for the weekend.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for your business.
The pandemic paved the way for Turo and other car-sharing apps like GetAround. Last year, car rental companies sold off their fleets due to lack of demand. And now the global chip shortage is making it tough for big rental car companies to rebuild. McKay runs his company on his home computer and phone.
Yeah, here I'm able to see all the cars that are available.
He was working a full-time IT job and renting cars on Turo until his wife asked him,
how are you going to handle this? You can't just rent out cars and then you're working.
So he quit his IT job and devoted all his time to Turo. McKay not only rents his personal cars, but also other people's vehicles.
More people will jump on it. That's why I have a lot of investors leaving me their cars, and I'm renting them out for them. And they love it because they're making money passively.
One of the most in-demand cars in America is what I'm driving right now, a C8 Corvette. They're hard to get. Alvin has one. In fact, he had two, but the first one's no longer available.
That's because a renter wrecked it earlier this year. I happened to see the sad sight one Saturday while driving on the west side and snapped these pictures. No one was hurt, but the car was totaled. The renter had insurance, and McKay's insurance reimbursed him for the loss. McKay says chips, dings, and wrecks is the price of doing business. He says he'll continue to compete against Hertz and Avis and give renters an experience they most likely will never forget. Even though the car rental shortage is easing a bit from earlier this year, it may be back again for the holidays. Experts say the best advice is to reserve as early as possible, even if you're using a car-sharing app like Turo. And not all Turo rentals are created equal either. Remember that brand new Corvette I was driving? That's about $500 a day. Phil Amato, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.